Hello friend, today we have to discuss the type test. The introduction of the type test is this test is carried out on the few machines from a lot of the machines of the same specification and same design. Then the test result of the few tested machines are treated as a same for the complete lot of the machines. For example, we have to manufacture 100 units. We have to randomly taking 4 to 5 units and we have to check for the test. If the results are good, then it will be same for the all the 100 units. Then we have to discuss related to the type test. Suppose you have to consider the temperature rise test. In that temperature rise test, the main purpose of the temperature rise test to find the temperature rise when the transformer is fully loaded. To find the temperature rise, we have to conduct the different tests. In that, first one is the equivalent short circuit test. This test carried out on the power transformer, and this test is similar to the short circuit test of the transformer. See in the image. The only difference is that in this test, short circuit voltage is adjusted in a such a way that wattmeter shown in the figure will record the total loss of the transformer on full load condition. Total loss, that is means the no load losses excluding small no load copper losses and full load copper losses including stray load losses, etc. The applied voltage is maintained a constant till the steady state temperature condition is reached, which will be recorded by constant reading of the thermometer used for recording oil and core temperature, or in case of high capacity of power transformer, thermometers are used for recording winding temperature. The winding resistance is measured accurately at once. Then from the initial value of the resistance and final value of the resistance, rise in temperature will be calculated. Suppose we have to consider the rise in temperature, that is RT2 at temperature second. We have to given the formula RT1 into 234.5 plus T2 divided by 234.5 plus T1. This formula gives the temperature rise, that is T1 is the ambient temperature, T2 is the final temperature of the winding. RT-T2 means resistance at temperature T2 in degree Celsius. RT1 means resistance at temperature T1 at degree Celsius. This is one of the method to find the temperature rise in the transformer. Then this is the another method to find back-to-back method with one transformer having tapping on secondary. This test also needed a two identical transformer A and B. Out of that, at least one transformer secondary should have suitable tappings we have to provide it. See in the image, second B having suitable tappings we have to provide it. Then when primaries of A and B's are connected to the rated voltage and secondaries in phase opposition, we have to connect it. By changing the taps on the transformer B, full load current can be circulated through the secondary winding, which will cause full load current to flow through the primary winding also. After achieving constant steady state temperature, the rise in temperature can be determined. As previously we have to mention the formula. According to that, we have to find the temperature rise. Then this is the next method to find the temperature rise, that is back to back test on three phase star star connected transformer. For measuring the temperature rise, back to back method, in case of three phase star star connected transformer, two identical star star connected transformer A and B are connected in phase opposition on secondary, so that the resultant voltage on secondary side will be 0 when no voltage is introduced from the auxiliary transformer C. The primary winding of transformer A and B are connected to the three-phase main bus, which supply rated voltage to the primary winding of the transformers. Hence, no load losses at normal flux density takes place by connecting variable supply from auxiliary bus to the primary of auxiliary transformer C. The current is equal to the full load current of transformer A and B is made to circulate through primary and secondary of transformer A and B, which will indicate by the ammeter connected on the secondary circuit. The condition is maintained till final steady state temperature condition is reached. The supply is then switched off and immediately the winding resistance per phase are measured. From the initial value of resistance per phase and final value of resistance per phase, the temperature rise can be calculated. Already we have to discuss the formula, that is RT T2 is equal to RT1 into 234.5 plus T1 divided by 234.5 plus T2. Then we have to discuss the next method, that is open circuit test. This test is applicable to the high frequency transformer only. In case of high frequency transformer, the iron losses are much more in comparison to full load copper losses. Hence, in this test, variable high frequency voltage is applied to the LV winding of the transformer, we have to shown in the figure. Then voltage is adjusted to that value at which wattmeter reads the full load copper losses plus iron losses at normal voltage. This condition is maintained till final steady state temperature is reached and temperature rise is calculated from the resistance value. The next method is direct loading method. This method is suitable in case of small transformer. It will be possible to load small transformer up to full load and heating effect can be determined. But as the size of the transformer increases, loading arrangement may not be available due to non-availability of high power supply, problem of heat dissipation, etc. This method is not suitable for large size of transformer. The more important point is the loss of energy due to such test. Hence, direct loading method are not preferred in comparison to indirect method of temperature rise. In this method, the rated voltage at rated frequency is applied to the transformer primary winding and the load is connected on the secondary side. Already we have to shown in the figure. The load is adjusted in such a way that ammeter on secondary records the full load current. At this time, primary current also will be full load current, neglecting the no load current as in ampere. The turns of primary winding and ampere turns of the secondary windings are equal. This condition is maintained till final steady state temperature is reached. The load is then removed, the supply disconnected and the winding resistance measured immediately. From initial resistance, that is resistance at ambient temperature, and the resistance at full load condition, the temperature rise is calculated. The already formula we have to discuss. The next one is the impulse test. High voltage test carried out on transformer to determining the ability of insulation to withstand high voltages as applied in the high voltage test. This test does not clearly indicate about the quality of insulating material when it will be subjected to the high voltage due to lightning and switching transients. Hence, impulse test has been developed to determine the ability of a transformer to withstand the effect of high unidirectional voltage reassembling the lightning surges. Then for carrying out this test, high voltage impulse generator is required. The test being complicated and expensive, it is unsuitable for routine application. The impulse testing procedure is applied only as a type test. The impulse test consists in the application of limited number of unidirectional surge voltages to one or two phases of HV and LV windings. The standard test voltages to applied in this test will be given in the table. Suppose high voltage in kV 3.3 kV. At that impulse voltage we have to apply 16 kV and we have to check for withstand the transformer. If suppose we have to consider the 33 kV, then impulse voltage is 70 kV. Similarly for 220 kV, the impulse voltage will be applied, that is 460 kV. Thank you friend. In this video we have to discuss the temperature rise test and impulse voltage test. These are the special tests we have to discuss. In the temperature rise test, we have to discuss different methods, that is short circuit method, direct loading method, open circuit method. Then you have to study related to the impulse voltage test. These are the different special tests are carried out on the transformer. Thank you friends.